Lucumi, Potaki. Eji Ogbe. How Eji Ogbe became the king of the Oledu. They say the gods have a way of showing their favor, even when it seems the whole world is against you. That's how Eji Ogbe, the youngest and least likely, became the king of the Oledu. It all began with a test and a simple yam. When the 16 Olofin came into the world, it was time to appoint a leader among them. Eji Ogbe was not the first Olofin, many others had come before him. Oyakun Meji, the king of the night, was claiming seniority. They all turned to Orishanla to designate the king of the Olofins. Orishanla invited them all and gave them a rat to share. Oyakun Meji took one leg, Iwori Meji took another leg, Odi Meji took the other. The other parts were shared according to the conventional order of seniority. Eji Ogbe, being very young, was given the rat's head. Next, Orishanla gave them a fish, a chicken, a guinea fowl, and finally a he-goat, which were shared in the same order. Each time, Eji Ogbe received the head of each sacrificed animal. After this, Orishanla told them to return after 3 days to hear the decision. When Eji Ogbe got home, he consulted Ifa and was told to offer a he-goat to Eshu. After Eshu ate the he-goat, he told Eji Ogbe to roast a yam and carry it in his bag along with a calabash of water to the meeting, but to arrive late. On the appointed day, the other Olofins came to invite Eji Ogbe to the meeting. He told them he was roasting yam to eat before going. After they left, he peeled the yam, put it in his bag, and set out. On his way, he met an old woman, as Eshu had told him. Following Eshu's advice, he took the bundle of firewood from her because she was so tired she could barely walk. The grateful woman accepted the help and complained that she was terribly hungry. Eji Ogbe took out the yam and fed her. After eating, she asked for water, which he gave her. He didn't know the woman was Orishanla's mother. She asked where he was going in such a hurry. He explained he was late for the conference where Orishanla would designate a king among the Olofins. The woman assured him he would be appointed the king. When they reached her house, she told him to deposit the firewood at the back and led him inside. She took out 2 pieces of white cloth, tied one on his right shoulder and the other on his left. She placed a red parrot feather on Eji Ogbe's head and applied white chalk to the palm of his right hand. She showed him the 1,460 stones in front of Orishanla's house and told him to stand on the white stone in the middle. With his new clothes, he went and stood there while the others waited in Orishanla's outer chamber. When Orishanla asked who they were still waiting for, they replied Eji Ogbe. Orishanla asked them to inform him of the man standing outside. They couldn't recognize him as Eji Ogbe. Orishanla told them to pay their respects to the man. One after another, they prostrated and touched the ground with their heads at Eji Ogbe's feet. After this, Orishanla proclaimed Eji Ogbe as the king of the Olofins of the Oromila lineage. The other Olofins murmured angrily, disapproving of the appointment. Orishanla asked how they had shared the animals given during the trial period. They explained and confirmed Eji Ogbe had received the heads each time. Orishanla exclaimed they had unconsciously designated Eji Ogbe as their king because the head is the leader of the body. Despite this, the Olofins decided not to recognize Eji Ogbe and not to serve or visit him. They said before they could accept him as king, he had to prepare a meal of 200 gyros of mashed yam, 200 pots of soup with different kinds of meat, 200 gyros of wine, 200 baskets of kola nuts. They gave him 7 days to prepare this meal. Eji Ogbe lamented his poverty and the impossibility of the task. Eshu approached him, and Eji Ogbe explained his dilemma. Eshu said the problem could be solved if Eji Ogbe gave him another male goat. Eji Ogbe quickly gave Eshu a male goat. After eating it, Eshu advised Eji Ogbe to prepare one of each item required for the meal and have 199 empty vessels lined up. Eji Ogbe followed Eshu's advice. The Olofins mocked him, knowing he couldn't afford the meal. On the seventh day, one by one, they came to visit, sure there would be no meal. Eshu went to the place where the meal was to be held and ordered the prepared items to multiply. Immediately, all the vessels were filled with fresh preparations. Oyakun Meji arrived and was surprised to see the meal ready. He sat down and served himself. The others followed, eating and drinking to their satisfaction. After the meal, they carried Eji Ogbe on their heads, dancing in a procession, singing, Agbi George, Agbi Boba, Agbi George, Agbi Boba. When they reached the seashore, Eji Ogbe told them to put him down, and he sang praises to the Awus who performed divination for him and the sacrifices he made. He was formerly crowned chief of the Apostles of Oromila with the title of Akokolokun. He sacrificed 4 snails from the seashore, and his reign began to flourish. And so, the youngest and least likely became the king of the Oledus. The moral of the story is that humility, kindness, and following divine guidance can lead to unexpected success and recognition. Despite being the youngest and least likely to succeed, Eji Ogbe's respectful and selfless actions, along with his adherence to spiritual advice, enabled him to overcome challenges and be acknowledged as a leader. It underscores the importance of character over position or seniority and the belief that true leadership is often revealed through one's deeds and willingness to help others. I hope you enjoyed the Potoki Ifa. If so, please like the video and share it with your family and friends. Comment on it and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more stories from the Odu Ifa. Thank you for listening. Odebo.